What's up, everybody, and welcome back. I'm glad to be back. I can't believe that we're in week 6. I hated that I missed last week. I was out of town. As I said in my video, I was in San Diego. I had a good time out there, but I am happy to be back, happy to be with you all. And we already got a lot of games going on. We got some goals already scored here in the first half. So Atlanta are currently up 1-0 over the Red Bull. We have Columbus 1-0 over Real Salt Lake. Nashville is up against Orlando City, and Toronto is up against Charlotte. Seattle is up against LA Galaxy. And as of right now, I believe that the Philadelphia Union game has been postponed due to weather. And it looks like Columbus has just scored again against Real Salt Lake. So, pretty pumped for this game. We could see history today with St. Louis. We're already seeing history. They're, 5-0? And here, if they go 6-0 today, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. That it'll be awesome. Glad that we're watching it. And we're still about 15 to 18 minutes away from kickoff for that game. So, we'll sit here. We'll talk about the other games that are going on. Like I said, like usual, we have MLS 360 here to the right. We're going to watch the game up here on the big screen, so we'll keep up with the scores throughout the time. I really enjoy that. I think you all enjoy that too. We've had people say in the past streams that they like that. So, how's everyone doing tonight? What's your guys' thoughts on the game? Do you think St. Louis City win this match? Do you think Minnesota United win the match? You think they draw? I do have a poll up there who you're cheering for, so let me know who you're cheering for there this evening. So that second goal for Columbus was Zalaroyan. Did Inter Miami? No, they did. So Inter Miami did have a chance. Oh, Inter Miami, there was some Joseph Martinez. There was a foul that they looked at VAR right outside of the box on Pizarro. So, but I'm pumped to be back. I hated that I missed last week because I think these are really fun. I think that other people enjoy these, and it looks like we already have another goal since the stream started. Toronto scores again against Charlotte. Let's see it here. It's popping up. We're watching the replay here on 360. So it was off of a corner, it appears. And Michael Bradley, off of that bald head of his, in the goal. Let's go. Let's see here. We're going to go through my games real quick. Not as fast, not as slow as we did in the video in the breakdown. So I have Atlanta beating the Red Bulls 2-1. I had Columbus winning 3-0 over Real Salt Lake. I have FC Cincinnati beating Inter Miami 2-0. LA Galaxy and Seattle Sounders. I have the Sounders winning 3-2. I had the Revs and NYCFC drawing. Orlando, I did have them beating Nashville 1-0. We've already got that incorrect because Nashville is up 1-0 on Orlando City. I had Philadelphia over Kansas City 2-1. Toronto, I had them beating Charlotte 1-0. That is already incorrect because Toronto are up 2-0, but we still got the outcome right as of right now. Chicago Fire and DC United, I had drawing 2-2. FC Dallas beating Portland Timbers 3-1. St. Louis City over Minnesota United, I have them winning 3-0. I might have to change that, but I can't. I'm not going to because that's what I stuck with. I got to stick with my videos, but I think that might not be the scoreline there. And I have Colorado Rapids and LAFC drawing. I have the Earthquakes beating Houston 2-1. The Whitecaps and Montreal drawing 2-2 there in Vancouver. Angus, what's up? Thank you for stopping in. I always appreciate you. I was actually talking about you earlier to my wife, that you have been here very consistently in the live streams, and I appreciate that, and that you were, I believe you are from St. Louis. So you think City wins 2-1 is my unpredictable prediction. Yes, That's the best way to put it, right? But City wins 2-1. Okay. Yeah, I think that 3-0 scoreline that I picked for the video, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that they'll win 3-0. It's hopeful, but I doubt it. Looks like we've got a couple pretty good games going on so far right now. I know the Atlanta goal was pretty nice, Giacomakis. Then it's been back and forth in that game. I watched a little bit of it before we started the live stream here for St. Louis versus Minnesota. So speaking of that, have they announced? I would think that they announced the starting lineups already. And I'm sorry right now that if I really mess up some of these guys' names during this stream, I'm very sorry. These two teams I'm not that familiar with. Excuse me. I'm not that familiar with. I usually don't watch these teams, but I mean, obviously, no one really watches St. Louis because it's their first season ever. But you have Klaus and Giacchini up front. I think that's how you say his name. I should know that because he is a USA player. Lowen in the middle. Stroud and Ostrak outside. And there's some of these I am not going to try to pronounce, not announce. Wow, see, I'm already messing up. But it looks like St. Louis is going to run a 4-4-2, it appears. And it's saying that Minnesota is also running a 4-4-2, and I don't really agree with that. I highly doubt that both of them are running a 4-4-2. Let's see here. I am trying to look at this. Where is... Okay. For some reason, it is not showing. So I'm trying to look on FootMob and see if they have it a little bit different. If there is any St. Louis, fans out there, let me know what you think. If you think that they do run a 4-4-2 or if it's something different. Also, for Minnesota United fans, do they usually run that? I don't feel like the 4-4-2 is ran that often. But, okay, so it looks like the 4-4-2 is St. Louis City. FootMob is saying that. FootMob is saying that Minnesota United is a 4-3-3. So they have Amarillo up top, Garcia on one side, Trapp in the middle, Arriaga and Fragapane outside of that midfield, Taylor and Lawrence on the outside on the defense, and Boxall and Tapias in the middle for center backs, and then St. Clair in goal. So I'm actually really excited for this game. I'm really excited to see St. Louis live since we have not watched them play yet this year. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good match. I hope that you all are excited as I am. Like I said, I'm still pumped to be back. I really did miss not having this last week. So it looks like still no goals yet. Not yet, but no goals since we've last looked at the 360 over here. And it looks like a lot of these games are heading into halftime. It looks like Columbus and Real Salt Lake are already in halftime. New England Revs and NYCFC are at halftime, tied at 0-0. Nashville are up 1-0 over Orlando at halftime, and we still have Atlanta and New York still finishing out here. It looks like Atlanta is just trying to get it downfield. Cincinnati and Miami, they are getting ready to go into halftime. They are in the 49th minute. But, do we have a goal? Cincinnati? Looks like Cincinnati just scored off of a corner kick in extra time there. So, we got another goal on the board. I'm glad we got to see that. Yeah, it looks like, we got another goal in this Seattle-LA game. Who scored? Let's see. Seattle in the middle here. Ooh, outside the... Wow, that goalkeeper should have caught. Wow, that is terrible goalkeeping by the LA Galaxy. So it was outside of the 18-yard box. Very slow-paced ball. Should have been very, in my opinion, at a pro level, that should have been a very easily saved ball. So Seattle up 2-0 on LA Galaxy. So we're still on pace for that game to be correct for our score. So yeah, they're so up on our game. St. Louis City, they are talking about the starting 11s for both sides. They have St. Louis up there, so they are running to confirm a 4-4-2. And if St. Louis runs 4-2-2, you mean 4-4-2? About half the time, the other half they have one in front instead of two. Oh, okay. And I guess according to Apple and according to the broadcast, Minnesota also runs a 4-4-2, which I'm really surprised by that. But like you said, I think that they switch it up all the time, and I think that they'll switch it up in these matches. Hopefully everything sounds good on the stream too. Let me know if I'm too low, too loud. You know, any feedback's good feedback. So they're talking about Klaus is the player to watch for St. Louis. He has 5 goals on the season. And then they have Garcia as the player to watch for Minnesota, who has 2 goals on the season, and that leads the team for Minnesota. So here's a fun fact. Minnesota United has won 4 of its last 6 matches against expansion teams. 1 loss, 1 draw, 1 loss. I don't understand what they're saying there. And as for meeting with MLS newcomers since the start of 2020 season, the Loons have allowed just 1 goal. We'll see how that goes tonight. I don't think that that's going to be the case. I got a feeling that St. Louis will at least score 2, I think. So the teams are taking the field now. Another fun fact, St. Louis City is the 3rd team in MLS history to collect 15 points from its first 5 games of a season, along with the Galaxy in '96 and Sporting Kansas City in 2012, who each won their first 7, while its plus 11 goal difference is the best at this stage of MLS history. So that's pretty cool. They're making all kind of history, and it's great. Angus, I noticed that Real Salt Lake has a 17-year-old homegrown player starting at goalie in his first career start. Oh, I did not know that either. And that's why they are not doing too well, I hate to say. Yeah, let's take a look at this. So Beavers is his name, and he is 17, from the U.S. He does have one. He only has 1 save though. 2 goals conceded. It was a diving save, and it was a save inside the box. He has 16 touches right now, so not a very good start for his career. But he is also playing a very good Columbus Crew side, especially with Zalaroy on. I mean, he has a goal from a penalty, but still, and he has an assist to Aiden Morris, which, fun fact, he played for Atlanta United at one point, I believe. Aiden did. Or am I thinking wrong? Who did he play for? For some reason, I thought that he did play for Atlanta at one point in time. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I am wrong. Who was that? it was Aiden something, right? That played for Atlanta. Wow. Making myself look like an idiot right here. It's not telling me for his career what teams he played for. But it looks like only Columbus Crew, so I apologize. I thought that he played for Atlanta at one point in time. Michael, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Yes, let's go St. Louis. I can't believe you picked them and now they're doing this good. So 4 votes. Get your vote in. Who are you cheering for tonight? St. Louis City or Minnesota United? Also, I'm sorry if we were choosing who won the jersey battle between these two. Hands down, Minnesota United would win with the jersey battle. That the Northern Lights kid is just, it's sick. That's all I gotta say. Michael, it's been awesome as a new fan. Oh, I know the feeling. I mean, Atlanta had a really good inaugural season, and then their second, I think it was their second seasons when they won the MLS Cup. So yes, it was definitely, it started out on a high. It definitely has come down from that, but this season's looking good so far. Other than last weekend, that was awful. Just a couple minutes away, I would think that after these commercials, the game will be started. Atlas, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. Klaus's nickname needs to be the Brazilian Ghost. If opposing teams keep passing the ball while he is in their passing lane, do they really not see him? Hey, maybe that's what it is. So, I mean, we can call him the Brazilian Ghost. He's on fire right now. I mean, that whole team. That's the thing. That's what I like about St. Louis is I feel like there's no one big standout. I know that he is, but I feel like they're playing such a good team ball. Like they're playing really good as a team. Because Klaus is second with 5 goals. So Jordan Morris is up there with 7 goals. And then Almada with 4 goals is sitting in 3rd place for top scorers going into this weekend. I don't know if Jordan, that goal for Jordan might have come today. I'm not 100% sure who all scored, who hasn't scored today or not. Yeah, so Morris did score. I don't know if that is updated in a timely manner. Angus here in St. Louis. His nickname is Santa Claus. Atlas, I agree. Agreed. And then for assists right now, Almada's sitting at 4, and then you have Lowen for St. Louis at 3, and then Julian Gressel from Vancouver Whitecap is also 3. There might be more that have 3, but it's just sitting there like that. And then if you do goals and assists combined, the top 3 are Thiago Almada at 8, Jordan Morris at 7, and Klaus at 6. So this is going to, like I said, this is a good matchup. This is 1 against 4 in the West. 5 wins for St. Louis, 2 wins for Minnesota, and 2 draws. So both teams are undefeated right now. I really don't like you. Like, it's weird. That's just weird to me. Like, undefeated to me is nothing but wins, but that is just an American thing, I guess, because usually when you're undefeated, it's just wins and losses. And I understand that is still, you're still not defeated, but it's just weird to me. Mike, Angus, what is the ravioli thing I keep seeing on Twitter? Yeah, I agree too, Mike. Well, I've seen that too. Can you give us some insight on that, Angus? So the game has kicked off here. Minnesota, well, it's going back and forth right now in the midfield. And to be honest, I was reading the chat, and I don't know who got the ball at the start of the match there. So throw in for Minnesota. So what did we have a stop for? Did we have a offside, I believe? But yeah, I saw that today too, Michael. I didn't know what the ravioli thing was. Was it? Did they wear a? Did they wear like a warm up kit with that? I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so that did update. Atlas, I'm from the Lou. How can he be Santa Claus when he's receiving the gifts, not giving them? Oh, that's good. That's good. Man, they're on fire. It's crazy. I don't think anybody would believe anyone if they told us at the beginning of the season that St. Louis in their first season would come out and be 5-0 at this point. I don't think anybody ever thought that. All right, so our first corner of the match is going to Minnesota United. And that kid is nice. I might have to get one. I might have to break down and do it. Atlas, do you know what the ravioli thing is too? Anybody want to explain what that is? All right, so we have 8 votes in, and everyone is cheering for St. Louis. Do we just have a whole bunch of St. Louis fans in here today? No Minnesota fans. Okay, here we go. Angus, fried ravioli is a St. Louis invented food. The team seems to be adopting the toasted ravioli as their mascot. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Leandro, I hope that I'm saying that right. What's up? Thank you for stopping in from Brazil. That is awesome. Are you a Klaus fan? Is that why you're in here, St. Louis fan? Who's your favorite team? I love seeing how many fans or how many people have stopped in from different countries in the chat. It's phenomenal to see. I'm glad that more than just Americans are watching MLS. Michael, I was introduced to toasted ravioli a few years back. Game changer. I'll have to try it now. I will say on my trip to San Diego, I tried a whole bunch of food that I have not tried before. And most of it, I would say 95% of it was phenomenal. Angus, toasted ravioli is boss. Heck yeah. So right now, it seems like Minnesota has had most of the possession, but right now, St. Louis has possession. John, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Let's go. Let's go St. Louis. Okay. Sean, I'm from Australia. Go St. Louis. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Man, another one from outside of the U.S. I do. I love it. Let's go St. Louis. Yes. All right, now it's kind of slowed down a little bit. St. Louis is holding possession some. John messed it up. Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Typing is hard. Typing is hard, you know. Especially when you're all pumped up for a game. You're excited, ready to watch it, ready for your team to do well. So, yes, I get it. Michael, Socceroos. Wow. Sean, thanks, brother. Good to get here. That's awesome. Yeah, that's fantastic. What time is it there in Australia? Is it early in the morning? I would say so, right? Is Minnesota United good? They're 2-0-2. 2 wins, 2 draws, no losses. They're usually pretty decent. They were pretty good last year. Well, I mean, currently they're 4th in the West. So we got a free kick about maybe 30 yards out for St. Louis. Good to be here. Yes, typing is hard. I'm glad that we're all on the same page for that. So yeah, 10:45 a.m. Wow. On Sunday. That's always nice to wake up and get to watch soccer first thing. That's pretty nice. John, St. Louis just gets so many people forward. Yes, so far they have. I agree. All right, so here they're getting ready to take this free kick, St. Louis. Let's see. Oh, he took a shot out wide to the right. Didn't even make Sinclair try to get it. So we still have the poll up, 12 votes. Every single one of you are for St. Louis. This is wild. If we have a Minnesota United fan in here, please vote for Minnesota in the poll, just so we know that we have someone for Minnesota here. I want us to have a little bit of everyone in it. So Minnesota ball here with a throw in. So possession right now, wow. So, possession right now, according to MLS, 62%, almost 63% goes to St. Louis, where 37% goes to Minnesota. And St. Louis is the only team that has a shot on goal. Angus, I love that St. Louis seems to be known overseas. That is awesome. It's cool to see that out of all the people, I mean, I only have like 590 subs, and I've had so many people stop in from other countries, more than just the U.S., and it's awesome to see. Foysal, show match, please. No, I can't do that. I don't want to get kicked off for streaming the game. Can't do that. Sorry. Yeah, exactly, Angus. There is a thing called copyright infringement. Yep, and I don't want to get kicked off. I like what's happening here on the channel, so don't want to lose that privilege at all. But if you want to watch another game, there is some free games on Apple TV. The Cincinnati versus Miami game is free. LA Galaxy and Seattle is also free on Apple TV, but it is also playing on Fox. If you want to watch it on Fox, it's there. Other free games are Revs versus NYCFC, Toronto versus Charlotte, Dallas versus Portland. Those games are all live right now. Those are free on Apple TV. And it looks like only one match this evening, the 10:30 match, San Jose Earthquake versus Houston Dynamo. That is a free game also. Michael, trust me, if he could show the match, it'd be up there. Absolutely, 100%. If we were allowed to do it and have me side by side of it, it would. Hey, Apple, how about you give me those rights? That would be fantastic. Ernest, what's up? Thanks for stopping in. Glad to see you back. St. Louis has really shocked me so far this season. It's still a long season, but I think if they played this way all season, they can make a deep run to the playoffs. I definitely agree with that. I think that they will end in the top 4 in the West. I'll say it right now. I think they'll finish in the top 4, and I think they will make a deep run. I think they have the team for it as long as everyone stays healthy. It's up to them. Here we go. Ooh, that was a nice cross. Is that Lowen? I think Lowen just had a header and it went off of the crossbar. Maybe it wasn't Lowen. I apologize if it was not. It was a nice crossover. He had a good look. Just up and over the crossbar. It was Lowen. John, close one. Yes, that was a close one. Uh-oh, here, they're coming back. Klaus in the middle. Lowen, blocked outside the 18. Oh, Minnesota finally escaped the pressure. Man, St. Louis was putting on a lot of pressure there. Here they go back again. Steal the ball. That's a pretty good pass. How tall is Klaus? I mean, the man looks like he's 6'4". Mike was so close. It was really close. I thought it was gonna. I thought it was gonna sneak in. I think that the goalie would have got a hand on it. And it looks like Charlotte, going into the other games here, Charlotte just scored against Toronto. Oh, man, I was close about how tall Klaus was. He's 6'3", not 6'4". Man, that's a great target. Michael, St. Louis Press as a team has been so good all season. Such a fun team to watch. Yeah, I mean, Minnesota kind of got out on that break, and they just stepped up and took it right back. I mean, it is wild how quickly they're getting the ball back after they turn it over. So I think other than that, Columbus are up 3-0 on Real Salt Lake. Oh, man. That is so unfortunate for the goalie. I don't know if any of you saw that. More scores again for Columbus, it looks like. Someone took a shot. The goalie had it, dropped it just a little bit, and they came up and finished. Hold your head up, man. 17 years old. That's a huge step up, man. Oh, Minnesota. Minnesota just had a deflection, almost scored, but they get a corner. Ernest, it's great to be back due to the time difference. I can't join your watch-alongs every week. It's so unfortunate. That does suck. It does suck what time the games are. I feel like sometimes they should be a little bit earlier. But what time zone are you in, Ernest? I can't remember. Are you in Norway? I want to say that you said that. John, Klaus is a gazelle. Yes, I mean 6'3". Ooh. Man, Minnesota, all they had to do was get a foot on that. Right across the middle of the field. On the corner. Do they get another corner from it? Or did it go off Minnesota? Looks like it went off Minnesota. Goal kick for St. Louis. So it looks like Cincinnati are up 1-0 against Miami. That score changed. Toronto up 2-1 on Charlotte. Oh, I'm sorry, Ernest. You're in Africa. Wow, that is awesome. Yes, Klaus is 6'3". Yep. He's huge. That's a big target. Michael, Gazelle is such a good comparison. He does run majestically. Not very fast, but it's graceful for sure. Hey, sometimes speed isn't everything. I know that a lot of times speed is, especially in this game, but if you can do it being slow, you're pretty good. I like the who's number 26? Parker for St. Louis. Man, I love his aggressiveness. Ooh, I think that was a little bit of a flop, maybe, or did he get his foot stepped on? I guess he did. Oh, yeah, he did. First, it looked like he just flopped. But no, he got stepped on, and that hurts. I know a lot of people, I saw on Twitter whenever Nashville scored their goal, I think it's Fafa is how you say it, his name. I don't know. I could be wrong. He is not very fast either, and he scored, and everyone was saying, "Oh, Speedy." All right, Minnesota was on the move, and back to the goalkeeper for St. Louis. So I feel like St. Louis is still pretty much dominating this this match. I mean, as soon as they turn it over, they get it right back. Yeah, 66% possession for St. Louis, 33 for Minnesota. Neither team have a shot on goal. St. Louis has 4 shots. Minnesota has 2. Okay, Minnesota, are they getting a chance? Outside ball. Oh, if he could have handled that, that would have been a really good chance for Minnesota. So pretty good ball movement for Minnesota there for once. It's been a while since they've had a good possession like that. So Klaus has the ball. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not pronouncing that right, please let me know. John, he's asking Michael if he is in St. Louis. I don't believe so, John. Ernest, which team has been disappointing for you so far this season? I think Toronto and LA Galaxy have been the most disappointing for me. Also, Philadelphia Union. Maybe Philadelphia Union might be the biggest disappointment because Toronto, Insigne's hurt, so there's a play on that. And the Galaxy, Chicharito's hurt, whereas the Union has no one hurt. So I would say if I had to pick just one team, it would definitely be Philadelphia Union, are the biggest disappointment in my eyes. Klaus has the strength of a running back, but the good footwork has good foot control. Wow, I can't even talk. You all are having trouble typing this evening, and I can't talk this evening. So St. Louis was on the move, but got it back right away. They're good at that, getting it back real quick. So looking over 360, looks like a lot of the scores are staying the same as of right now. Michael, nope, Richmond, Virginia got into MLS this season and chose the new team on the block. It's been awesome. I'm a Detroit sports fan and Chelsea fan, and St. Louis is the best of those teams. Yeah, what happened with Chelsea today? I mean, I feel like they should have. I feel like they should have done better against Aston Villa. And also, I'm sorry, Michael, but I saw where Graham said something about it was a good performance. And if I'm an owner in the Premier League and I lose 2-0 to a team that we should have beaten, and my coach, my manager, comes out and says that it was a good performance, I don't know if I could have him coaching my team. I just don't see it. It would be hard for me to say that. Yeah, you can have a good performance, but you still don't. I feel like you don't come out and say something like that when you lose 2-0 to a team that you should have beat. Ernest, yeah, definitely Philly has been disappointing aside my Galaxy. Yeah, Galaxy, I don't know what's going on with them, man. And it looks like we got a goal here. The Revs are up 1-0 on NYCFC. Good move. Nice. Oh, he crossed it in, and it was deflected and own goal for NYCFC. Alex is probably loving that, Michael. St. Louis usually has a low possession percentage. I believe that their season-long cumulative percentage is 27 out of 29 teams. Wow, that's very surprising with how much they have, like that low of possession, and like that's what they usually have, and they're dominating Minnesota right now in possession. Yeah, you ain't kidding. It's miserable right now, bro. Emma, yeah. Ernest is also a Chelsea and Galaxy fan in the misery. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough for Chelsea fans and even Galaxy, fans too. Poor Michael over here. He's also a Detroit fan. That sucks too. Also, Michael, I don't know if I've ever told you. I meant to tell you this before, but I actually know someone that actually owns a share of Detroit City, the USL team. I don't know if I told you that or not. The head coach of the high school team that that I'm a volunteer with. He's the one that owns a share of it, which is pretty cool. Angus, I'm a Wolverhampton fan. Real misery. Oh no. I feel like we haven't heard much from Jimenez for Wolves recently. Is he injured or anything? I haven't been keeping up with a lot of the teams in Premier League. I keep up with like Chelsea, keep up with Leeds, and mostly because of the USA men's team, like the men's national team players. And then I like keeping up with Liverpool also. All right, what do we got here? Minnesota's got it, kicking it downfield, and goes to St. Louis for a throw-in. All right, so the Union game against Kansas City has kicked off. They're showing the wrong score for it on 360. They're showing Orlando City, Nashville SC score, and it has the Philadelphia Union game up. Michael, that's awesome. They were asking for investors back in 2015 and did not do it. Big regret. Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I do own a share in Appalachian FC. If anybody has heard about them from Boone, North Carolina, I do own a share of them, which is pretty cool also. Well, Kansas City had a free kick against the Union, and it got deflected. So back to our game. St. Louis has a corner kick here, so let's see if Klaus can get a head on it here. Dion, I got to give you props here. This Minnesota kit looks good on field. It really does, man. Look at that. I might have to get one. Between that and the Chicago one, and I don't even really like either. Like, it's not that I don't like either one of the teams, but I don't really keep up with either one of them. And man, their jerseys are fire this year. Good punch by the goalkeeper, and out for another corner for St. Louis. So back and forth so far, a little bit. St. Louis has definitely dominated, in my opinion, this match. Just need to get a shot on goal. I feel like there's no... Okay, St. Louis has one shot on goal at this point in time. So we need to get more shots on goal here. I want to see a couple goals at least. Siebes, thanks for stopping in. Why does Apple TV suck so much? I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. John, Parker could get a header here too. Yes, he could. There. Oh, he almost had it there. Parker. Speaking of which, what do we have a nickname for Parker? John called it. Yeah, it was definitely to him. What is he? Is he about 6'2", it seems like? 6'2", 6'3", is right there with Klaus. Oh, that was a deep ball. I didn't like that corner kick for St. Louis. Oh, but that was a nice kick into Parker. Oh, Ernest, Angus, bro, you don't know what misery is. With all that we spend in the summer and winter transfer window, my team shouldn't be 11th. We should be fighting for the Premier League. Yeah, Chelsea should be up there. I know a lot of people. I can't remember what the blonde kid's name is for Chelsea, but he missed a wide open goal today, in my opinion. And Angus, I agree with you. Apple TV is 100% better than Fox and ESPN. It looks better. There's a show before and after that, which is better than what ESPN gave us. So, Ernest, you guys need to sack Potter. I think so too. Chelsea need to get rid of him. They should have stayed with Tuchel, in my opinion. They should have never brought Potter in. Siebes, I was just saying because for whatever reason, my internet connection on Apple TV has been horrible ever since I started watching the MLS season pass, and nothing has changed with my home Wi-Fi. That does kind of suck. Maybe mess around with the settings in your Apple TV, like maybe it just doesn't like the live of the game, so maybe see if like you can change the, because I think you can watch the games in 4K if you have it, I believe. So maybe you have the resolution too high or something. Just an option, maybe just something to look at so you don't have buffering. John, only thing I don't like about Apple TV is no volume control on the web player. Really? That's weird. I've not tried to just watch it on the web. I will say that. My devices are, I have a Google Chromecast, which is the game that we're watching up here for the St. Louis, Minnesota. And then over here on my right, I stream it on my PS5, which is the MLS 360 that we're watching over there. Ernest, Angus Todd isn't going to sack Potter. He is obsessed with sticking with him for some reason. I think that's stupid that they keep sticking with him. Like I said, I think that they should have gave Tuchel a little bit more time. Sometimes they jump the gun too early on sacking, but I think that they've waited way too long for Porter. Or Potter, not Porter. Potter. No one was in the middle there for St. Louis. Another nice corner in. Cross in, not corner. Ooh, good defense for Minnesota. And, yep, that's a foul for sure. You're going to get a yellow for that. Yeah. Stroud, you don't sit there and wave your finger after he blows the whistle, man. Just play the game. That's the only reason why he got a yellow. So it looks like the Revs have scored again. Looks like. I believe so. Yeah. Gill. Looks like scored. Outside the box. Nope. Yep. About 19 yards out, he scored. And short side, too. Again, goalie should have saved that, in my opinion. I don't know who the goalkeeper is for NYCFC this year. Angus, it does appear that way. Yep. All right, so Minnesota has the ball. Looks like their left back has it, maybe. Oh, no, one of their center backs. So they're holding possession a little bit here, but man, the pressure from St. Louis is fantastic. So it's still about 65% to St. Louis, 35-ish, 34% possession to Minnesota. So St. Louis, I feel like St. Louis has definitely dominated. Minnesota has had a couple of like pockets of time of possession and some goodish looks, not great looks, but so wait, did they call? They called that goal back, it looks like, for the Revs. I don't know why. I didn't see it. That's not going to give me scores. Great. All right, what else we got here? TiVo, what's up? Thanks for stopping in again. I appreciate that. That German high press is working nice for St. Louis. Absolutely. Absolutely. Eli Robinson, anyone got a stream link? Thanks for stopping in. I don't believe so. And I don't. Yeah, this game for the St. Louis against Minnesota is not a free match. There's a bunch of other free ones though that are going on right now. Angus, Apple TV. Apple is not allowing bootleg streams. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't feel like I've seen a lot of streams like that for MLS so far this season. Did Charlotte just tied up Toronto? Yeah, so they did not let New England's second goal, and I don't know why. Charlotte's showing some fight the last 2 weeks. Looks like it. Like I said, I didn't really get to watch. I didn't even get to watch too many highlights of last week either, which kind of sucks. Because I got home late Wednesday. Really, I got home Thursday morning at about 2 a.m. And then my wife and I have done stuff the last couple of days that has not even given me time to watch highlights from last week. TiVo, man, St. Louis supporters have been great. They have, and man, they have been coming after me. If you look at some of the comments, they're like, "Come on, you're not cheering for us. You're not picking us." I did in this one. I did for this week, so they better not let me down. And it's the fans' fault. I will say that right now. If they lose tonight, it's the fans' fault because they wanted me to pick them and they said I didn't believe in them. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding about that. But yes, I've had a lot of St. Louis fans comment and say like, "Man, you can't underestimate them." And I'm not underestimating them now. And man, I love this Parker guy. I really like this Parker guy. He might become one of my favorite players. He got on his horse and went like after him to give him a little nudge to get the ball to go out. TiVo, Minnesota United really is missing the difference maker with Reynoso. Is he ever coming back? I don't know. Is he injured? I believe he's injured. But man, if they get him back, I mean they're sitting fourth in the West. If he comes back, but I don't think so. Let me see. Or is he out on loan? I think he's out on loan, isn't he? Because I don't see that he's injured. Yeah, he is out on loan, I believe. Angus, I am part of St. Louis supporter group. I had to sell my ticket tonight. Why? Why did you have to sell your ticket tonight? That sucks. Hopefully it's nothing major. But man, that does suck. I cannot wait until I get to go to a match. I'm getting to go to a Nashville match, and I'm ready to go to it. I'm ready. He had a personal situation. He didn't come back from Argentina. Okay, yes, now I'm remembering that. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I haven't heard any news about it either. So, like if he is. Michael, Minnesota have had two flash across goal here. Game going back and forth here. Yeah, it really is. They've had, I mean, the one cross in went right across goal. All they had to do was just get a foot on it, a toe, and it would have went in. Ooh. Yeah, Minnesota's definitely fighting. John, St. Louis has started to get shots on goal. It's still saying that it's only 1-0 shots on goal. John, lots of pressure, not getting much to show for it. Yeah, you're right. They're pressuring good. The press is doing great. I mean, they're winning the ball. Not in the last, 10 minutes, I feel like. They haven't been winning the ball back right away. But they were. But yeah, nothing to show for it. No shots on goals. Shots on goal or anything. And Minnesota are pushing. I mean, they're holding a little bit of possession here. Oh. Man, Klaus is a big guy. That's the thing, he looks strong too. He has a lot of strength. Yes, has to. Okay, John, I get it now. I misread it. So yes, they do need to start getting some shots on goal. Looks like LA Galaxy have pulled one back in that matchup. So it's 2-1 Seattle, not St. Louis. We're watching the St. Louis game. Seattle are up 2-1 against Galaxy. Another goal-filled weekend already, which is nice. That was a nice pass by Parker. Oh, pull it. Oh! Lowen with a nice shot. Nice save by St. Clair. If he could have just made it go a little bit more top right, that would have went in. But that was smart by him. Threw off the defenders. If it was just a little higher. Yes, Tiva, what a save. Yeah, that was a good save by St. Clair. If Lowen, just like I said, could have got a little bit higher, I think he scores. Yeah, Michael, what a save. Yeah. All right, we got a corner for St. Louis. Are we getting our first goal? Too far. Just let it ride out. Yeah. That's 2 of them, though. St. Louis is not doing very well in their corner kicks. I will say that. That's a second time on one of their corner kicks they've way overkicked it. Let's see what Minnesota can do. St. Louis. I love the defense by St. Louis. They're patient. I feel like they're very patient with the ball. Lowen into... Oh, that was good defense by Minnesota. Pass it deep. Yep. Get there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, why did he... Uh-oh. Minnesota. Oh, great block. Great block. Herbert? Is that how you say his name? Maybe? I didn't see it all the way. Michael, couple corners for St. Louis gone too far. Got to be better. 100%. And that was fantastic defense by number 22 for St. Louis. Way to get out and block that shot, because I think Minnesota would have scored there if there was no defender there. Yes, Minnesota is coming alive. They got a corner kick here. We'll see. Man, if they keep putting them in I don't... Oh, no. Throw in. My apologies. I thought it was a corner. But, man, if they can keep putting them in there in the middle of the box, they're going to get a toe on it sooner or later. That's a big throw. Oh, shot, but over the goal. Not a very good shot. So, while they're taking the goal kick through the league, Atlanta's up 1-0 over Red Bull. Cincinnati up 1-0 over Miami. Columbus 3-0 over Real Salt Lake. Seattle is up 2-1 over Galaxy. New England and NYCFC are now tied 1-1. Nashville are now up 2-0 on Orlando City. Philadelphia and Kansas are still tied. Toronto and Charlotte are tied at 2-2. Chicago and DC are 0-0. Dallas and Portland are 0-0. And then St. Louis and Minnesota are still 0-0. So, a lot of goals so far again this week. You got to love it. So Angus, how many games have you been to for St. Louis so far? Have you been to many of them? And I bet you the atmosphere is fantastic. Has anybody in the chat been to a game this season? How was it and what game did you go to? I know that we've had a couple people, I think, go to the New York NYCFC game. I think someone said the last live stream we did, they were going to one of them. Michael, MLS is electric. Hey, I think they are. It is too. I mean, it's been a good season so far. I'm loving it. John can't get tickets in St. Louis. They're like selling out every match, especially now. Wow, I think that was the first bad pass that I think I saw St. Louis have, and they still got it back somehow. Oh, clout. Wow. Oh, okay. St. Louis on the attack here. Is he going to cross it in? Nope. Klaus has it out wide. He passes it in. And they get a corner, it looks like. Oh, no. I think they're giving a goal kick to Minnesota. Angus, I've been to the game with San Jose. How was it? I bet you it was phenomenal. And that was out on St. Louis. He did hit the Minnesota player, but then it bounced off his leg. Yeah. Good call. John, even resale market gets taken up. Oh, I bet. I bet you it goes real quick. How many fans fit their stadium? Is their stadium about a 35,000? Or is it more? TiVo, Mike Willis. MLS has been improving each year, except the Chicago Fire. Yeah, unfortunately, Chicago has not been that great. And their fan base, I feel like, is even declining. I feel like each year that their attendance has gone down in the last couple years, I believe. Oh, that was a bad call. I think that should have went back to Minnesota. Angus, the atmosphere is crazy. Since I sit in the supporters section, there's lots of chanting, beer tossing around after goals, and very loud. That's what I'm talking about. Whenever I go to the Nashville game, we're sitting in the supporter section, so I'm excited for that. Michael, I actually talked to Dion. For what? Oh, yeah. Angus, Chicago is an odor problem. That sucks. Oh, yeah, Michael, when we first talked and I brought up the only thing I knew about MLS was Chicago stink. Yeah, they do. St. Louis Stadium. Oh, St. Louis Stadium's only 22,000. For some reason, I thought it was like 35. Michael, sorry for the messed up message. Typing is hard. It is. You get excited, you know? MLS is that exciting this year that it messes up your typing, messes up my talking, so we'll just chalk it up to that, everyone. All right, they're holding the ball up for some reason. What do we got going on here? So St. Louis has it. They are only... Is that 1 minute of stoppage time? I think that's what I just saw. I thought St. Louis Stadium was bigger than that. Yeah, I thought it was too. That stadium seems loud. Unfortunately, I cannot hear how loud they're chanting and stuff because back to our thing, like Angus said, we do not want copyright infringement happening on the channel here. and I really don't have like headphones or anything to hook up to my TV to listen to it. So yeah, 1 minute. That's what I thought I saw. Oh, now they finally put it up on the board there. I just saw some people in my supporters group. Nice. What group are you part of, Angus? Because I think they have a couple, don't they? So a lot of games are down to about the last 10-ish minutes. So we'll have some finals coming up here. And it looks like we are now at halftime. So 0-0 Minnesota and St. Louis. I feel like St. Louis dominated most of the first half, but there at the end, I feel like Minnesota, they definitely came alive. Like someone said, they came alive. So, but 61% possession goes to St. Louis, 39% go to Minnesota. St. Louis has had 9 shots, where Minnesota has had 4. St. Louis has had 2 shots on goal, Minnesota 0. St. Louis and Minnesota both have 2 blocked shots. St. Louis has 260 total passes. Minnesota only has 167. St. Louis has the better passing accuracy. They've had 4 corners to Minnesota's 2. St. Louis has had 7 crosses. Minnesota only has 4. So, I mean, St. Louis has dominated it in almost every statistic, but there's no goal to show for it. Federico, welcome to the stream there. That's awesome. I bet 2.5 goals. That was a mistake. I don't know. I mean, we still got a whole second half to play. They could come out and we could see 3 goals in that second half. Do I think that's going to happen at this rate? No. So, yes, that might have been a mistake. Angus, St. Louis City Punks. Awesome. That's pretty cool. TiVo, Colorado, Dallas, Chicago's probably is they have a stadium way outside the city. FC Dallas is my local team, but their atmosphere is mediocre. That's crazy to hear because there's this Toyota Stadium, correct, there in Dallas. I'd like to go there because they're actually in Frisco, not in Dallas. They're outside of the city. I think it would have been better if they were closer to the city for them. But, so, like I said, back to first half. Like I said, I think St. Louis definitely played the better game for the majority of the first half. But like I said, that last 10 to 15 minutes, Minnesota did come alive. They are pushing. Like we said, they had a couple of those corners or crosses that went right through the middle. And if even just a toe would have got on them, it would have been a goal for Minnesota. So we'll see how the second half goes. I think if St. Louis continues to play the way that they were at the beginning, and even throughout, I think that St. Louis is still going to win this match. I still feel that way. So I'm going to end the poll from the beginning of the game, who you're cheering for. So all 24 people voted for St. Louis. So it doesn't look like we have any Minnesota United fans in the chat so far tonight. Angus, you can tell people from my group because they wear cut-off denim battle vests. That is fantastic. That is pretty cool that they do that. That is pretty cool. Now I'm going to keep an eye out for it. Let's see. When they show they're showing replays and stuff right now. Oh, there's someone with a denim jacket. All that's fantastic, Angus. All right, putting up another poll. Who do we think is going to win the match? Do we think that St. Louis is going to come out and actually get it done? Do we think Minnesota is going to upset them? Or do you think it's going to be a draw? So again, we're coming down to about the last 5 minutes in a lot of these matches. NYCFC and the Revs, it looks like they're the closest to being done in the 94th minute of 95, and they're tied 1-1. Atlanta are still up 1-0 over the Red Bulls in the 90th minute. Seattle are still up against LA Galaxy 2-1 in the 78th minute. All right, so looks like someone for NYCFC is wanting him to check. It looked like a handball, maybe, but I didn't see the play there. And that looks like the end of that game. It looks like it's going to end in a 1-1 draw. So once some of these these games finish, we will go through and see how my stats are going, or how my predictions went for those first set of games. So far, 6 votes. We have 83% of you saying that St. Louis is going to win, but we also have 17% that's saying a draw. So what's your all's thoughts? What is your analysis of the first half of the St. Louis Minnesota match? So they're still letting them play on. We just got into the 95th minute for this match. They're playing it out, and he blew the whistle. So the Revs and NYCFC ended a draw 1-1. They're at Gillette Stadium. Is that where they're at tonight? Yes. So Columbus Crew, Real Salt Lake, 3-0 Columbus. I actually think that's what I guessed. Is that what I guessed for that match? I did. Are we going to get a perfect match? No, we're not going to get a perfect match. I jinxed it. 4-0 Columbus Crew over Real Salt Lake. Man, I thought I was going to get a perfect match there. But we still get the outcome right, and that's, to me, that's more important than the guesses of the goals and stuff. It is pretty cool when you get a perfect match, but it looks like the Toronto-Charlotte game just finished, and it's a draw also. Michael, your analysis, St. Louis had far more possession and way more shots on target. Yes, definitely agree with that. I just hope Atlanta come out with the win. They better hold on to it. Angus, St. Louis is clearly outplaying Minnesota. They are playing better in the first half this week than last week. Okay, that's good. So hopefully they come out even stronger. Hopefully that press starts taking more effect, and they actually, with those turnovers, getting those turnovers, they can actually turn them into something. So full-time Nashville get the W. And I got that one wrong. I picked Orlando City to win that game 2-1, or 1-0 is what I predicted, and it ended up 2-0 Nashville. So Nashville back to their winning ways, which is good. What shot was that, Arujo? So right now they're shown on 360 the Atlanta Red Bull match. It is in the 93rd minute of +6. And Atlanta has the ball. They're making a substitution now. Angus, possession percentage does not really matter that much for St. Louis style of play. No, I think you're right on that. Whenever you're doing the pressing and stuff, it's not. TiVo would like to see a Minnesota win. Wow. So we got someone in here cheering against St. Louis, it seems like. So what other games have come to a finish here? We're about to see. So Chicago, DC are at halftime 0-0. It looks like a lot of the 8:30 matches are 0-0 still. Full-time. So I got the outcome of the New England Revs versus NYCFC correct. It ended a 1-1 draw. I guessed a 2-2 draw. So the outcome is a draw, which is good. So right now they're split screening on 360. They have Atlanta, Red Bull on one side, Cincinnati, Miami on the other side. Miami currently has a free kick. They just took it. Looks like they're trying to cross it in. That was a weird cross, but did not work for them. Also, did you all see, speaking of Cincinnati, where there's a lot of talk that there's some, I think a German team that is interested in Brandon Vasquez. So that might change the outcome of the season for Cincinnati. I know Costa is still their guy. I think he's their best player at this point. But yeah, it looks like one team is looking at trying to get Vasquez. Man, I'd really like. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of. So right now they're showing the thing for the All-Star game. I'm usually not a big fan of All-Star games, but I would kind of like to go to this one just because it's against Arsenal. But at the same time, I've never been to one, and this is DC's close to where I'm at. But I highly doubt that I'll get to go. Oh, how do you not score that? What are you doing? Who was that? How do you not score that? Risotto, you've got to score that. Rosetto, not risotto. No, Rosetto for Atlanta just had a pretty much a wide open shot. And yeah. Michael, yes. Gladbach. I'm not going to say the rest of it. That's a huge mouthful. But yes, Gladbach is interested in Vasquez. That's exact. I knew it was German. So. Ooh, Cincinnati almost scored again. So we're at halftime of our game. I think my prediction is that St. Louis will come out with this. They will win. Angus, couldn't they show the skills competition during the Mexican League MLS tournament? I'm not sure. Because I know that they're doing it. I know that they're doing one. But I'm not sure. Toronto and Charlotte. Ended in a 2-2 draw, so I got that one incorrect because I thought Toronto would beat Charlotte. So Charlotte came back because I know that Toronto was up 2-0 on them at one point in time. So Miami was trying to get one back, and that is the final. Cincinnati wins 1-0 over Miami. So I got the outcome of that one right. I picked Cincinnati to win 2-0 over Miami, and they won 1-0. And yeah, you would think that they would show the skills competition, right? I would hope they would. All right, let's see here. So we had a whole bunch of them go final. Did Atlanta win? Yes. Atlanta pulled it out 1-0 over the Red Bull, which is phenomenal. So I got the outcome of that one right. I picked Atlanta 2-1. They won 1-0. Angus, I never watch any All-Star games. They are the most insignificant games of the year. I agree. I grew up liking basketball and football, American football, that is, and I would like watching the NBA one, and I really liked the slam dunk contest, but it is all crap now, and even the game is crap. Like, the scores being like 150 to like 147, it's just stupid. It's a waste of time and people's money, in my opinion. But we're kicking off the second half here, and Minnesota they're settling it. Yep, Minnesota has the ball in possession. Lawrence is out wide on the left with it, and almost turn it over, but throw in Minnesota. So right now, 9 votes in for the poll. Is St. Louis going to pull it out, or is Minnesota going to get, I guess we would say, an upset, right? Wow, some good passing by Minnesota there. Good tackle by St. Louis. Minnesota does have it back, just cross it into the box, and they get it back. But 9 votes in. St. Louis, 78% is going to win. Minnesota, 11% of you say, and 11% say a draw. We'll let it go for a few more minutes for anybody that is slacking. If you're in here, please vote for it. Vote for it. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps push it out to other people. Maybe someone else will tune in for this second half here. Minnesota is looking pretty good. They've got St. Louis on their heels right now. Michael, yeah, I agree with you. The All-Star games and other sports are for the kids. Yeah, I would say that's what it is. It's more of like letting the kids go and see their favorite players, but they're pointless. That's just like whenever I was out in San Diego, I went to the San Diego Wave versus Chicago. I keep forgetting their names. Chicago. That's who they played on Saturday. And I saw that out there, Wrexham and Manchester United are playing a preseason match out there. And that'd be pretty cool to go to. And that's in July. I think it'd just be cool because it's nice to be able to see those other countries come to the U.S. for like tours. I know it's preseason. Kind of sucks because it's not really competitive. But at that point in time, it's like nice to see players. The players that you like and the players that we watch in the Premier League. And then Wrexham, we all know who Wrexham is with Ryan Reynolds and McElhenney taking ownership. It's a great story. I really hope that they keep pushing. It looks like they're going to win the league for them, so they're going to move up in England, and I hope that continues to grow for them. But here we go. St. Louis has a free kick here. Way out, though, but they're crossing it in. Back. Oh, that sucks. It was like far post, headed it, but then it deflected. So nothing came out of it. St. Clair just grabbed it up for Minnesota. St. Clair is actually a good goalkeeper. I think he's a good goalkeeper. So Minnesota has possession of the ball. A lot of pressure still from St. Louis. Minnesota with a cross. Good defense. Oh, Minnesota had a header, but just went wide right. Also, I'm super pumped. I was looking right before we started the stream. We were at 500, and here, I'm going to look it up right now. We are 597 subscribers. That is awesome. We are 3 away from 600. whenever I first started this, I had no idea that I would have this many subs. And I have to thank you all for joining this community. That's what I made this for. I wanted to come have people to chat with me about MLS because I love this league. I've fallen in love with this league. And I just wanted like-minded people and to chat. And you all that come in, week out to these live streams and chat, I really appreciate you because it makes my week, especially, you know, we all work and all of that. And being able to, you know, step away from work and then we get to talk about a sport that we love. And, you know, the league is in the U.S. For me, it's in my country, but it's also fantastic to see everyone else outside of the country starting to like MLS. So I just have to thank you all, and we're almost at that 600 mark. Angus, St. Clair is the best goalkeeper that St. Louis has faced. Okay, that's a good... oh my goodness, what is happening here? That was lucky by Minnesota. Or no, by St. Louis. What was the goalkeeper doing there? Michael, love the channel, dude. Can't wait to watch this thing grow. Me either. I hope we can continue to grow. I did set out a goal at the beginning of the year to hit 1,000, and if we can keep this up, we're going to hit that way before the end of the year, which would be fantastic. But yeah, also if you can join the Discord, we have a couple people that chat in there every once in a while. I'd like to pick that up because I would like to chat throughout the week. You know, when news comes out and have people chat about it. Also, I've set up a chat for Premier League, so even if you want to talk about other leagues than MLS, please do join the Discord because I love talking soccer. I could talk about it all day long, about any league. I try to keep up with a lot of the leagues, more of the European leagues than you know, the American leagues. I keep up with MLS, USL. We can talk about that too. You know, any of those. But like I don't watch the Mexican league too much. I don't watch Argentina leagues or Brazilian leagues. Usually it's the U.S. stuff, and then, you know, your Premier League, your Championship, Bundesliga, La Liga, those ones. So yeah, come in to the Discord. We'll chat all week long. I'm down for it. Avatar Finn, I love the beautiful game. I'm 71 now. Played till I was 53. Wow, that is awesome. I did not get to play whenever I was younger. I did not start liking soccer until about 2010, and I have fallen in love with it since then, and it's been great. I've been really keeping track of the MLS. I started to get into MLS in about 2018, but in the last couple years have really taken a deep dive into it and have really enjoyed the league. Angus, I agree with Michael. Thank you. I appreciate that. You guys don't know how much I appreciate that. I love how supportive everyone has been, and even in the comments, yeah, like on the videos, we've had some comments of that are kind of rude, but nothing has been too bad, and everyone has been really positive. Just saying what they think is going to happen in the league, and that's what I want. I want a positive atmosphere. And just, yeah, like your team, but don't be a butthole, you know? I played soccer in high school and at a small college. That's awesome, Angus. I wish I would have gotten to play in high school, but it was after high school that I started liking it. That 2010 World Cup is really what kicked off my love of soccer. I played 2 years of, like, rec league right before the pandemic, And then when the pandemic hit, obviously all of the leagues were canceled. They did come back, but I moved away from the city that... Minnesota off of the... Oh my gosh. Minnesota just hit it off the post and should have scored. And then Parker did a great job of somehow deflecting it backwards off of his chest. I don't know how that happened. But that should have been a goal for Minnesota. St. Louis just got away with one. But yeah, I played Rec League for 2 years before the pandemic. Then the pandemic came, all the leagues were canceled. And then I moved to a city that is small and they don't have anything for adults. So it's unfortunate. Yes, Michael, what a passage of play there. 100%. Most scary moment of the season. I can breathe now. That was. And Minnesota are pushing right now. I don't know what the possession and stuff is now. Let's take a look at that. Because I feel like Minnesota has come out strong the second half. And they almost look like the better team the second half so far. Yeah, that possession has changed. But again, like Angus, you said, I believe, it really doesn't matter too much about possession sometime. Because I know that there's been times Atlanta had 20% possession and they still won the game. Minnesota again. Man, another good step by Parker. I'm starting to like Parker back there. Center back. Yeah, so shots right now are 10-7 in favor of St. Louis. Shots on goal, still St. Louis 2-0, which I'm guessing you wouldn't say that's a shot on goal when it hit the post, right? Because it didn't have a chance of going in. But man, that was close. Here we go, Klaus. Uh-oh. Minnesota, their center back wants a offside, but Klaus is just so big. He just shielded off that guy, no problem at all. Oh. Is he trying to take over the game right now? Passed over? Oh. Still St. Louis? Far out. Oh, that was not a good shot to take. I don't know who took that. He shouldn't have taken that. Federico, are they near to score a goal? Minnesota almost did. They hit it off the post. St. Louis, they were close to scoring, but, they weren't close to scoring. Klaus brought it down in the box, but it ended up going outside of the box. I don't know who took the shot. Shouldn't have taken it, but it was about 20 to 25 yards out. And it went over. So Minnesota has possession now. To be honest, Minnesota looks like a whole different team in the second half so far. They're just building on what the end of the first half was. But man, that pressure for St. Louis though is still Minnesota's doing a good job of beating the pressure, because that pressure by St. Louis is crazy. Oh, Minnesota's playing some tiki-taka, and I like it. Oh, that was a bad pass, though. So St. Louis has it now. Oh, nope. Just gave up possession. Goes back to St. Louis. Angus, Tim Parker played for the Dynamo. St. Louis obtained during this year's expansion draft. Man, that sucks for Dynamo. Letting up someone that is playing as well as he. I don't know if he's been this consistent so far this season, but man, he's looked good in this game. That's just I can't believe that Atlanta let Anton Walks go. And it's so sad to hear what happened to him and his passing. But I can't believe Atlanta let him go in the expansion draft. Charlotte got a really good player, and It's so unfortunate. I really liked him. I liked when he played for Atlanta, and I hate to see what happened to him. Junior, please pass a link to watch the match live. Sorry, Junior, I don't have one. If someone else does, but don't put that in the chat, please, if you do have a link to it. I do not want to get banned or anything. And I think Angus touched on it earlier. Apple has really cracked down to where there is not links to the matches. So, no, I think, well, at this point in time, Minnesota is definitely playing better than St. Louis, in my opinion. But I think St. Louis, they're at home. I think that they could still come out with the win. If not, we're going to end up in a 0-0 draw. And I really don't want that. That'll suck that our first 0-0 match is St. Louis getting a draw at being at 5-0 right now. Because I'm really hoping that none of the games... Oh, that's definitely a... Wow, Parker's mad. Parker is like telling him to get up. Let's go. It's a pretty good tackle. I don't see... Did he even touch him? I don't know. Dude, I'm loving the aggressiveness and him just saying, get up. I like it. Oh, they did give him a yellow. Parker did get the yellow. I thought it looked like he was giving the Minnesota United player a yellow, but Parker gets the yellow. I don't know if he should have got a yellow. I don't know about that. Federico, I bet they will score. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't think at this point in time that we're going to get 3 goals. I just don't see it. Junior, greetings from Ecuador, friend. That's awesome. Another person outside of the U.S. I'm loving it. Thanks for stopping in, Junior. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end the poll here. Yeah, I agree, Angus. I think that was a bad call. He was going for the ball. I mean, I think he played the ball. I think he did hit the ball, but I don't know. Anyway, want to end the poll. 82% of you think St. Louis is going to pull it out. 12 says Minnesota United. 6 say a draw. I still can't believe Avatar Finn, thank you for stopping in. I don't know if I told you that, but you're 71 and you're stopping in on the channel. I appreciate that. I had to go back to it. 71, and you played until you're 53. That is awesome. You must be in really, really good shape. Oh, is that a pin? Wow, I'm surprised that did not get called where he shoved Minnesota in the back. So Minnesota in the 18-yard box, goal kick. Junior, I do not understand English much, but I appreciate your work, friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really like talking soccer, and I just love the sport. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so St. Louis is on the move now. That's a pretty good cross, but that's the thing. I think it was John earlier saying that St. Louis pushed a good bit of people forward. And, man, the last couple times that the ball has been crossed into the box, there's not very many people forward for St. Louis. Jeez, I can't talk. So it looks like the Seattle-LA Galaxy game has come to an end, and Seattle did win 2-1. So I got the outcome right on that one, but I thought Seattle would win 3-2. So it's still won by 1 point, so that's pretty good. I'll take it. Gilbert, hello, I'm from Colombia. Jeez, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. So we had Colombia, Ecuador. What else did we have? Africa. Man, we just have a little bit of everybody. We got someone from St. Louis. We have Richmond, Virginia. We have West Virginia. It's awesome. I love it. thank you all for coming in and joining in the stream and even chatting. That's what I like the most. Is I feel like a lot of people that stop in actually do chat. So we got Minnesota with a corner. It's coming in. Goalkeeper punched it, but it looks like Minnesota gets it back. Yep. Oh, he was off. No. All right. So St. Louis on the break a little bit. Oh, if he brings it down. Nope. Minnesota gets it back. Oh, wow. I think Acosta just kicked Colorado Rapids goalkeeper in the face, I believe. Also, those LAFC kits are ugly. All right, St. Louis. Man, they're just giving it away. I don't know why. Michael, this game is heating up. Everything but goals. Yeah, exactly. Like, I will say it's been entertaining. It hasn't been terrible. It hasn't been the LAFC versus Seattle game. Let's just put it that way. Nothing could be worse than that game. I only got to watch the second half. It was awful, and I've heard a lot of people say the first half was just as bad. You think, Gilberth, you think the game will be 2-1? Man, that'll be a lot of goals right in the last, 25 minutes? 24 minutes? I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind seeing some goals in this match because I think a goal in this match, whoever scores first, it's going to open up the game a lot. My heart depends on St. Louis. I hope I don't die today. Well, I hope you don't either. Hopefully your life doesn't depend on St. Louis winning. So looking around the league, all the later games that have started, everything is still 0-0. So we had goals in the beginning of the night, but man, the latter end of the night has not been that great. So Minnesota has the ball again. Yeah, I was going to say the possession has definitely went Minnesota's way this half. Oh, he's telling him to get up. Man, that's two close calls for St. Louis shoving someone down in the box. He's letting them play. The ref is letting them play, for sure. Angus, the thing that worries me most about St. Louis is that we come from behind too much. Yeah, that'll only happen for so long. You know what I mean? If a team always has to fight back to stay in a game or come back to win, it'll catch up with them quick. So I think the ref was looking to see at first. I mean, he did kind of flop. If he would have tried to stay up a little bit longer, because I think Nelson had a handful of jersey. Yeah, Nelson had a handful of jersey. If he would have tried to stay up just a little bit longer. So we got a corner Minnesota. The check was good. No penalty. Minnesota crosses it. Oh, no. St. Louis just cleared it. Minnesota trying to put it back in that quick. Angus, I agree, Junior. My hometown feels that way. Yeah, I can't believe there has not been any goals for these later games yet. I mean, we're coming down to the last 20 minutes for some of these games, and it's still 0-0. So Minnesota has the ball again. I wonder what St. Louis is going to have to change something up. I think that St. Louis needs to get the ball and slow it down just a little bit. I feel like they're getting it, and just trying to go. And I think that they need to slow it down a little bit. Here's Minnesota in the 18, pass in the middle, no one's there. So St. Louis has it now. And again, they're just trying to pass it up to Klaus. Oh, this might work for him, though. Out wide, the goalkeeper gets there. That was a good job by St. Clair, because I think if St. Clair didn't come out there, he was going to get beat. That was really good goalkeeping by St. Clair, coming out and kicking that. Oh, was that a corner? Avatar Finn, City wins 1-0. I think that would be great. Oh, he tried to keep it in, St. Louis did. But it went out. So Minnesota with the ball. Yeah, so possession is now 51% St. Louis, 49% Minnesota. So it has definitely flipped. Shots are still 11-8 in favor of St. Louis. Shots on goal still 2-0 for St. Louis. So St. Louis, they're holding on right now. Lindro, City wins 2-0. Wow, you think we get 2 goals in the last 20 minutes from them? Connor, hello. Sorry I'm late. Just got back from Columbus. Awesome. Well, thanks for stopping in, Connor. Appreciate that. Junior, hopefully, Connor, Columbus looking good. Columbus did look good today. 4-0. Over Real Salt Lake, not that great of a team. I think someone pointed out in the chat that their goalkeeper is only 17, and he is, and it's his first start. So, I don't know, but Columbus are good. Zelarayan is phenomenal. I've liked him since he's come into the league. And then Morris has stepped up, Aiden Morris for Columbus. So, Connor, did you go to the game? I'm guessing you're saying that you just got back from Columbus. Did you go to the match? If so, tell us how it was. Yeah, I still can't believe these matches are still 0-0 for these later games. My biggest surprise is that Union have not scored at Subaru Park. It's making me mad. I went to the game indeed. I did second time at the new ground, first time since July of 2021. That is awesome. What a game to go to. Also, 4-0. That's phenomenal. I think St. Louis is starting to get frustrated here. I think they just need to get some possession. I think that they're just... I don't like the fact that they're just booting it downfield. It's just like... It's like run and gun, I guess is how I would say it. All right, so Parker has it. St. Louis has it. Angus, hey, Connor, Columbus has looked impressive the past couple of weeks. They do. Sanjay, what's up? Do you think Nashville can win MLS? No. With the team that they have right now, I don't believe so. I would have to say they need a striker and a couple other players to upgrade. But I really think they need a striker to help Mukhtar out, or give someone for Mukhtar to get the ball to. Sapong has been a letdown for me, especially this season, even though it's early, and I think he didn't even play the first game or two. But no, as of right now, no, I don't think that they can win the MLS. I really like the St. Louis keeper. Watched him when he played in Germany for Dortmund. Okay. Junior's saying it's very hard. It would be very hard for Nashville to win. Yeah, Berkey's definitely. Hopefully, I said that right. Berkey is definitely a good keeper, is what Angus said. He's looked so far good so far tonight, but at the same time, like he really hasn't had anything really come at him other than off of the post. That was the closest they've had to scoring. All right, Klaus, deep ball. See, this is what I hate, man. They just keep going deep, and it's not really working for them. So I think that they need to do it. They need to have a different approach, St. Louis. They're just going for deep balls right now. What's everyone else's thoughts? Man, Parker is just cleaning it up though back there for St. Louis. Well, they had some possession, but bad passing. This might lead to a goal. Oh, good D. No, tell him to get up. Did they call a pin? They called a pin? No way. No way that was a pin. Uh-oh. Michael, penalty. Was it a pin? It didn't look like a pin to me. I thought it was pretty clear. Or clean, not clear. Also, we finally got another goal. Oh, 22 got him on the back end. No, that's not a penalty. I don't know. I don't think it looks like a PK because if you look at it, if you see it again, 22 actually kicks his own teammate, I think. Hibbert, I think he kicks his own teammate. I don't think he ever touches the Minnesota player. We'll see though. Obviously it's going to be reviewed. Has to be. Yeah, hit his own man. I don't know about this either. But we finally did get a goal. Dallas scored against Portland Timbers there in Dallas. Yeah, he's got to go to the monitor for this. If he doesn't go to the monitor, are we saying rigged? I mean, no way. No way. I want to see the replay one more time. I would like to. So we got a substitution. Couple substitutions. Are they really not going to look at it? No. And Minnesota go up. He hit his own player. I think St. Louis got screwed there. I think they got screwed. So Minnesota up 1-0. I want to hear the replay. I mean, not hear the replay. Wow. I want to see the replay one more time. Yeah, not a pin in my eyes either. Because I don't think they touched him. Wow. How are we feeling, Angus? How are we feeling right now? Do you think it was a bad call? Wow. All right, so here, I think this game's going to open up now. I think Minnesota is going to end up sitting back a little bit. And it's not going to be a good thing for them. They need to keep playing the way they have been. Wow, what a call. Oh no, Angus, please don't be crying. Or anything. How you feeling? Junior, he's saying he's dying. We still got time. I mean, 10 minutes. St. Louis has time. I don't think any of us saw this coming. Uh-oh, here we go. St. Louis? St. Louis? Out wide, yep. Oh, what was that? Number 20? All right. So a throw for St. Louis here. Angus, not a penalty in my opinion. St. Louis will be really frantic. Yeah. Who's this number 25 for St. Louis? He's looked pretty good since coming in. A little frantic, like you said. Yeah, I was going to say, you can't give that to him. He flopped. Where's his yellow card? In another game, they were giving out yellow cards for flops. Oh, they gave Arujo a yellow card in the Atlanta game for flopping. Okay, so St. Louis has it again. If we lose, we lose. It'll be a learning moment. Oh, for sure. And I think you guys, even if you guys do lose, like if you guys would lose, I still think that you'll be in first place in the West. I think that you all should, especially with the way that St. Louis played in the first half, I think that you all should have had a couple goals in the first half. But man, this ref has let them play a lot. I feel like compared to some of the other matches that we've seen. So Minnesota's just wasting time now. Minnesota kicks it long. Parker tracking back. Do I think St. Louis will tie the game? I don't know. Because Minnesota, to me, Minnesota has dominated this whole half. I think that they've done very well with the pressure from St. Louis, but you just never know. I mean, that ball was out of bounds, if you ask me. So Minnesota have it again. St. Louis now has it. Turn, yep. Here, you guys got time. You guys got time to tie it up. St. Louis also has had some really, they're not passing very well in the second half either. I feel like they passed very well in the first half, and the second half has not been that great. So now all the St. Louis fans are going to tell me, don't pick us. Because the first week that I did pick you all, right now it looks like they're losing. Junior, bye friend, I'm going to cry. Good night. I'll have a good night. Don't cry. It'll be all right. The season is early. St. Louis is a good team. It's not the end of the world. Oh, yeah, got him in the face. Are we going to get a VAR check on that? You did hit him in the face. I mean, that's the thing. I don't understand how, it's not like he purposely hit him in the face. And I don't know if that weren't, I know that the new rules and stuff, that is kind of like an automatic card. But, I don't think that should have been a card, in my opinion. All he did was, he thought someone was coming. He put his hand back to, get him in the chest to get that space. And instead of the player's chest, it was his face. So I don't know if I agree with that rule, because that's been a kind of a new rule in the last couple of years. If you do hands to the face or anything, but I think if it's inadvertently, you could tell that he wasn't trying to punch him in the face. So Minnesota makes 2 changes. We'll see how this goes. St. Louis does it. That's a nice position for a free kick. Back post. That's one thing I will say from watching St. Louis for the first time. Oh, that was another close one. I will say I think from watching St. Louis for the first time, St. Louis definitely needs to work on set pieces. I don't know if other nights have been good for them on set pieces, but tonight has not been a very good night on set pieces. I think that they have had they could have had a lot of good chances from set pieces, and they they've either sent it far or it just was bad. I mean, really, they overkicked it. Sanjay, Messi is going to enter Miami, total joke. There's kind of a possibility if he doesn't. I know that PSG have come out and said that they would pay him whatever he wanted to stay. Oh, that was a good look. But I've seen where they have come out. There's been rumors that PSG have said that they'll pay whatever amount to keep him there. There's also, they still think that he might go back to Barcelona. But I think at one point in time, it might not be this season, maybe not even next season. I could see him being in Miami, though, Sanjay, at some point in time to finish out his career. Angus, St. Louis is playing sloppily during the second half. Their passing to the wingers have been ineffective during the second half. I agree. Their passing overall has not been that great. And this, I know that there for a while, MLS, a lot of people said all MLS is run and chase. Like, kick the ball deep and chase. And to be honest, that this second half, that's what St. Louis has kind of looked like a lot of the time. They've only had a few times where they've actually tried to build with possession, and every other time it's been just kick the ball and kick it down deep to Klaus, or try to kick it to the wingers and just have them run onto it. And that's just not working. I think that they need to have a little bit more possession of the ball. But like I said, Minnesota has changed up their play. They started to do it at the end of the first half, and they have definitely looked the better team here in the second half. Now, I don't think that they deserve that penalty kick, though. I think that he kicked his own player. So they kind of got screwed on that part. But from the play in the second half, it would go to Minnesota. But at the same time, St. Louis played better in the first half. Oh, nice steal from Minnesota. I think he's just trying to run out the clock now. Oh, give it to him. Minnesota. Oh, if he could have led him a little bit more. So Minnesota has it out wide on the right. Tell him to get up. Oh, goal kick. Goal kick, St. Louis. Just about 2 minutes left in regular time. I would say that we're going to see about 5 minutes of stoppage time. I would say. Michael, a soft penalty call seems to have robbed St. Louis. Yes. I think that the goal should have came in during play. I think that it has been equal. It's been a tell of two halves. But we'll see. Parker's trying to pick out Klaus. Oh, Klaus just got kicked in the face. That's not a pin? I'm pretty sure he just got kicked in the face. To be fair, Minnesota, they've been the better team. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Klaus just got kicked in the face there. Yeah, he did. Kneed in the face. I'm surprised that's not a call. For a high boot? Vaso, 3,000 there. What do you mean 3,000 there? Oh, shit, man. Hopefully that didn't break his, what is that, orbital bone right there? Is that what that would be? He might have a black eye in the morning. Wonder if they're looking at that. I doubt it. Because he really didn't look at he didn't look at the penalty. So he probably won't look at this either. Oh, Vaso. I mean, I was going to win 3,000 with St. Louis win. Oh, that sucks. So Klaus is not happy. He's pissed. But I would be too. I mean, that should have at least been looked at. In my opinion. It should have been looked at for a penalty. So here's Minnesota again on the attack. They better not call. Wow. I don't think that should have been a call. I don't know. I'm starting to think that this ref, he was letting things go all night, and then now all of a sudden he called that. To me, that was a flop, to be honest. +7. Oh, wow. So it was 2 more minutes than what I thought it would have been. I guess with the knee to the face, that kind of added to it. So I would have thought that it would have been 5, but we'll see. So here we go. Minnesota with the free kick. I think they're going to go for goal here. Ooh. So I keep looking over at the 360 because it is actually, they're playing this game right now, and it's a little bit ahead than what my stream is up there. So that's why I keep looking over here at it. And again, a deep ball to no one, and it goes out of bounds. So the passing for St. Louis has not been that great. Wow. So we'll see if St. Louis can hold on to this. They're just wasting time right now. St. Louis has come down to earth, but with +7, anything can happen. Yeah, you're right. Anything could happen here. I mean, but they got to make better passes. They're not playing good passes. There we go. Crossover. Nice block by Minnesota. Got his leg out there. But I think if they want to win the game, they need to score soon. Someone just needs to make a move. I mean, again, it's just long, deep passes. Someone needs to carry. Does anybody, the St. Louis fans, does anybody have good, like dribbling skills, like to dribble through defenders? Because I feel like that's what you need right now. Get someone to dribble through a couple defenders close to the box or in the box to get a good look for someone. So they still have it. St. Louis is still putting pressure on. There you go. Oh! He should have let that go for Klaus. But he didn't know. He didn't know Klaus was behind him. If he would have let that go, I think Klaus would have got to the end of it. Maybe. I think the trajectory was different than what I thought. Portland just tied up FC Dallas with a banger. Oh, we got something in Chicago. DC game. Looks like Chicago. Chicago with a... Oh, no. Great save by DC United. Minnesota's on the attack here. Are they going to put the game away? Nope. I like the hustle of this number 25 for St. Louis. I need to look him up. But again, bad passes. Bad passes by St. Louis. I think that's what really killed them the second half. Good way to win the ball back. Rolano, thanks for stopping and lost. Could have had 6,000 euros. Was my last game out of 8. And I had win. Oh, wow. Well, maybe. Oh, no! No! Number 16 just had a great look for St. Louis and should have put it in the back of the net. Good crossover by Klaus. Just got a little too much under it. That was their chance to get back in it. Yeah, that has to stay on target. I know. I agree, Michael. Wow. All right, they still got 2 minutes. He should let them play a little bit over that 7-minute mark because of how much time wasting Minnesota has done. Turn and face. Oh, you should have turned. Habib, hey, thanks for stopping in. Had Minnesota to winning, sweating it out. Yes, yeah, it's been a good match. It has been back and forth. It hasn't been a bad match. I do think that the penalty was bad. That's what sucks is I don't like games finishing in a 0-0 draw, but this was a good match, and if it did end in a 0-0 draw, it would have been okay. And Klaus just got a head on it and missed wide. Atlas, that ref is garbage. Klaus just had a chance to tie it. He just got a bad spin on it, I guess. Yeah, he didn't. He went a little too late with the swing of his head. He got the end of his head. So we're pushing up to the 97th minute here. We'll see how it goes. St. Louis is just sloppy this game. Definitely sloppy second half. They started out strong in the first half with a lot of the possession. But okay, so St. Louis, it looks like they have one more chance here. Let's see. See what they do. One more chance. Goalkeeper's kicking it deep. Minnesota has it. Kicks it out of bounds. It looks like that's the end. So the ref didn't let them play a little bit longer than the 97th minute, and I think he should have. Angus Dam, yeah, that sucks. ACB couldn't have beaten Sporting Kansas City in their 2012 season. I'm guessing that was bad for Sporting. Minnesota deserved it in the second half. They did play better in the second half. But I don't know if they deserved it. I think that it was equal both ways. That penalty was pretty bad. Atlas, it's not just that, though. I do agree they've had poor placement most of the game. Yeah, especially the second half there. St. Louis did not impress in that second half. John Knight, guys. Knight, thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. But overall, I don't think that should have been a penalty. I'm definitely going to have to check out the replay again. St. Louis started out strong in the first half, and then I think at the end of that first half, it started going Minnesota's way. Minnesota definitely looked the better team in the second half. So, did they deserve it? Yeah, but at the same time, not in that way. I don't think that they should have got a penalty there. But that's just my take on it. I thank you all, every single one of you, for coming in here, watching. I just looked. We are at 598 subscribers. So if you are not subscribed, please go in. We're pushing for that 600. We just need 2 more people. Also, give the video a like if you liked the stream tonight. That just helps me out, helps the channel grow. But that's all for this evening. Thank you all again for watching. I love doing this, and we'll definitely see you next weekend.